Hello everybody, good afternoon and welcome to the final episode of the final episode of 2023 of the Butterfly Princess Show Book Club. To end 2023, the book that I've chosen to discuss with you today is called Second Life, and it's by the author S.J. Watson. This is a thriller. So S.J. Watson is the author of Before I Go to Sleep, that was made into a film starring Nicole Kidman and Colin Firth. Now, this is the second book by S.J. Watson, and it's on the same lines as, Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, and The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Now, it follows the rule of this told in the first person, so we have the narrator, who's a female protagonist called Julia Plummer or Julia Wilding. Now, Julia is a part-time photographer who had a bit of a sketchy past. She's the adopted mother of her nephew, 14-year-old Connor, who is the biological son of her younger sister Kate. Now, as the book opens, we realise that Kate has been murdered in Paris, France, and so that's what the story's about. Connor is in the care of Julia and her husband Hugh, who's a successful heart surgeon, and they took care of Connor for many years because Kate was very young when she had Connor, and she just couldn't look after him properly. But now she wants him back. So the book opens is when we've discovered that Kate has been murdered in France, and Julia wants to find out why her daughter, why and who has murdered her sister. So it's set in like the rooms of Paris and London. And it's all still, and it's a tangled web of murder, sex, casual sex, cyber sex, internet dating, and so forth. Now, Julia goes on like, a self mission to discover who's murdered her sister, because she doesn't believe the police are doing enough to find her sister's killer. So she goes on this hunting mission of her own. She becomes her own self-made detective, really. And she becomes involved in the world of internet dating from the help of Kate's best friend Anna, who they shared a flat together in France, and they were both members of this online dating site called Encounters. Now, we're all familiar, I'm sure, in this day and age, we're all familiar with, the modern day dating sites, whether you're looking for a full-term, a full long-term romantic relationship, or there's just people out there looking for casual sex, casual hookups, cyber sex or whatever, or phone sex. And Julia sort of gets caught in the web of that because she meets this guy called Lucas, who's a slightly bit younger than her. She's around the same age as her sister was, because between her and her sister there's a 7-year age gap. So she becomes involved with this mysterious guy called Lucas, and she tries to tell herself that she's only doing this, going on this site, to find her sister, to find her sister's killer and to find out what happened to her. But because she keeps telling herself, that she's a devoted a mother, a loving wife. But then she slowly, as the novel progresses, you sort of see Julia losing her grip on reality, really. She's out of control, really. She's got a comfortable life with a husband and an adopted son, but she could lose all that stability. And as the novel progresses, we sort of realise that, we sort of learn a lot about the life that Julia led before, she met the stable husband and she had the adopted son. And we learned that Julia was living in Berlin with a boyfriend called Marcus, who Marcus and Julia were both, heroin addicts. So they met at, a support group and stuff, and they got hooked up on drugs together and all that. And so we learned that Marcus died of an overdose, and she was and Julie was sort of an alcoholic. So so that was her life before, like, this second life where she had this stable life. But throughout the novel we sort of see like that she's sort of losing a grip on reality. She goes back on the drink, and you can see that being an alcoholic, there's always the temptation of wanting to go back on the drink, fall off the wagon. And I suppose with any addiction, of course, there's always that temptation, because the author always sort of like is always like saying there's always this temptation, because as Julia's narrating this story, she gets herself deeper and deeper into this web of this secret life of sex and murder and all this, and conspiracy. Then you see her saying, ride it out, but she's really wanting to have a glass of wine or whatever, but she's always saying ride it out, so she doesn't fall back into that temptation. So that's the story in a nutshell, really. I really like this book. I haven't read the S.J. Watson's first book before I go to sleep, but I have seen the film, and the film was very good. But say this was his second book, I really enjoyed it. It sort of gave you an insight into like the lives that people live in reality and the lives that people live online. I mean, we can all go online, well, whether it just doesn't have to be like, a dating site. We can all go on, like, there's all these social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and stuff like that. And we can always portray this sort of different persona of like when we're online, of like when we're on the life we portray online, and the persona we portray on what persona we sort of portray online is that them two things are completely different, and it shows that like everyone in life, no matter who or what they are, you know, we're always pretending to be something that we're not, just to please other people, or pretending to be something or someone else that we're not. But you know, we're all guilty of wearing that a particular mask and only showing certain parts of ourselves to different people that we come into contact with. The other characters were her friend, this friend Anna. Well, I don't want to give too much away about the friend Anna, because she is not always meant she's cracked up to be. But I won't give too much away, because hopefully, you know, if you decided to read the book yourself, then you will find out the motives of Anna and this friend Anna and what really happened. So overall, it was a good book with a good plot line, a good character. Like I really like it when you know, we have the protagonist is the narrator, because it sort of like gets you sort of like get a glimpse into the main character's life and what they're thinking and their thought processes were. And I thought Julia was, you know, a very flawed character. You know, she had her flaws. Nobody's perfect in life, and we all have our secrets. But you know, she wanted to make her life better and oh sure, what she did was to protect her son, and you know, she got off the drugs and she got off the drink, and she just wanted a better life for herself and that of her family, a more stable life. And we all have, you know, things in our past, things that we've done that we're not too proud of. So yeah, I really enjoyed the book. I don't. The only thing that I would say, although it's not really a criticism as such, because maybe this was the author's intention, that in the end of the book, we learned about, you know, who killed Kay and why that happened. But when Julia sort of left the gates open for Julia, because the author sort of like left it open, because you know, the reader doesn't really find out from the author what happened to Julia in the end, you know, what after she discovered all that about her sister and about the adopted son and that. But maybe that was the intention of the author. Maybe he did that, so he left the ending open in order for the reader to make their own interpretation. Well, what do you think happened to Julie? You know, was she arrested? Did she lose her family? You know, did she lose her lover and so forth? So there was a lot of interpretation over there, but over it and towards the end. But overall, it was a very good read and a big a must read, I'd say, if you're a fan of the thriller, but of thrillers, the genre of thrillers. It's a must read for that. Okay, so that concludes this month's book club episode. I'd like to thank you, I would like to say thank you to all my audience members for all your support of the last 12 months. And I've fully enjoyed delivering exciting content for you. And I will continue that in the new year of 2024 and beyond. So we're going to be carrying on with the monthly book club episodes and the monthly travel lounge episodes, and I've also got some exciting things as well in addition to my other into in addition to my interviews with the Butterfly Princess show. So keep on supporting me, keep your eyes peeled, and I will see you again in 2024 and beyond. Have a lovely new year, and I will see you again very soon.